Someone hasn't got the microphone.
Oh, yes, my friends. And welcome to the last Jon Mahon Show of 2023, powered by
Me. And this wobbly microphone. Whoop. Welcome to the slapstick episode.
Yeah,
of this
so
show.
literally just as we hit go on the countdown, Ollie went, fuck my microphone. And then the top of the microphone fell off.
Listen, yeah, I don't live here. This should be your job, setting it all up before I get...
It should. It really should. Blame is on me. Well, welcome to the chaos,
Still going.
my friends. Are we good?
We're good.
Welcome to our last show of 2023. Rather fittingly, it's episode 23 as well.
23.
Yeah, no one likes
46.
you when you're 23.
I was trying to just,
Just freeze me out.
yeah.
Well, my friends, we've got a very special episode of the Jon Mahon Show for you today. We're going to be rounding up this year. We're going to be going through best festivals, best sets, best songs, and best albums.
Best abs
Best abs.
on this show.
None of those kicking around here at the moment.
And it ain't me.
It definitely ain't
Well,
me either.
Subjective, I guess. But objectively, I don't work out.
So we want you to play along with us this evening. Every time we go through a category, feel free to join in because we want to hear your opinions as well. But in actual fact, we're going to do our last reaction of the year.
Well, John's done about 100 of each on each category.
Yeah, Ollie turned up and he was
I was like, let's do a best roundup. So, oh yeah, I'll just pick a few bands for each category. You've got 20 or 30 best songs.
I got 50.
50 best songs.
I got a top 50.
It's mental.
Yeah, I got top 10
Too
album,
many.
top 10 live sets, and top 5 festivals.
That's fine. Festivals and song and albums, I guess. But
Yeah. Songs are making you very anxious. Speaking of songs that are going to make you anxious.
just every Sleep Token song.
Yeah, basically. Right. Why am I in control of this? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
John, you should have told me this before we went on screen.
Should I?
Because now, let's hope it works. You can fill this time.
I can still talk. I get mesmerized sometimes by just watching Ollie at play. Like he's very, very good at what he does. It's like watching a magician at work. But yeah, there's one last song I want us to react to this year. And it is one of the stupidest songs I think I've ever heard for many a reason. But I want Ollie to try and figure out what this song's about as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So this is going to be our last reaction of 2023. The band are called Boy What, and the song is called Neon Tide. Have you heard this before?
Boy, what? No.
Good. All right. Sound. We're in for a treat. Right. Are you ready to have your mind fucking blown?
Ready as I'll ever be.
One studio session later.
I've built machines that'll do more damage than Plan Z, blurring the lines of reality. I'm not alone. This neon tide is an army that'll turn Bikini Bottom to a war zone.
Any ideas?
Wait. Is this Squidward singing?
Close. It is a SpongeBob.
Patrick.
Close.
Mr. Crab. The crab. What's the crab man?
Think smaller.
Plankton?
Plankton.
It was the Bikini Bottom, and I was like, is this his real singing voice?
I'm guessing.
Is it an AI?
I'm guessing this is AI generated. Yeah. But if you're ready for SpongeBob metalcore.
They won't even need a bucket helmet over their
Fox man.
to bow down for the rest of their life. 'Cause now the neon tide is breaking like the waves tonight. What's real and what's fake will be left up to
I don't understand why they didn't just make this like a proper band.
Right?
They've just memed it.
Yeah.
They've just gone, let's just do some fucking SpongeBob metalcore.
Yeah. But how sick is Plankton's vocals?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, from what I gather with AI vocals is that you can record yourself singing stuff, and then you can pick like, make it sound like this person, make it sound like this person.
damn.
Yeah. So there's obviously a SpongeBob AI.
That is everything that I needed to know about going into next year, that we have the potential to create SpongeBob metalcore.
Yeah.
I like.
Oh God.
There's a breakdown.
Do you reckon there's going to be a whole subgenre of just AI
Probably.
bands? But yeah, I guess you could play it live. And maybe,
Would you run into copyright problems with like visuals and shit?
I don't know, not live.
No.
Unless you're playing at Wembley.
Fair.
But then, yeah. I'd go and see a SpongeBob themed metal band.
Bro, wait for this breakdown. Like, it's going to convince you so hard.
AI failed.
This is just a little teaser for what's coming later. But the guest vocals.
What happened to my
Oh, here he is.
home is not the place I know. This neon is loud, the flower clouds are falling down. My pineapple is gray, and Gary ran away.
How many times have you listened to this?
Where's my
Too many times. I'm not ashamed to admit, I'm probably on double figures playing this song.
All the views are you on this.
Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man? Because they got
Where's Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man is a bar I wasn't expecting to hear in a song this year.
this bucket helmet over eyes. I don't wanna live like this for the rest of my life.
Cause now the neon tide is breaking like the waves tonight. What feeling was fake will be left up to fate. No love, no truth, no lies, just neon tide.
This is the breakdown.
This is the breakdown. How are you feeling so far?
Oh, I like it as a song.
Sick.
I wish there was like a video to it.
Yeah, like a music video.
yeah.
I'm guessing that probably would have been where they ran into copyright problems.
Oh, it's the internet though, isn't it? You can do it. I've seen loads of weird SpongeBob shit.
Broco got away with a shitload in birthday party music video.
But that it's not because you're not using their footage. You're creating
It's like their likeness.
So you can do anything really as long as you've manipulated it enough.
Yeah. Are you ready for this breakdown?
Yeah.
When the smoke rolls in and the light falls out, don't you be surprised. You're the demand, so I'll supply
The neon
tide. What's your final wish? Your toast convenient, over Neptune's gas.
clap, clap, clap till you can't take it back.
Your time is up. The neon tide is here to call your off.
Like this is good.
Right? Can you see why I've listened to it so much?
But I'm just like, why would you waste this on a SpongeBob song?
Are you saying Boy What should have actually just claimed this as their own?
Yeah. Or just make a proper band. Stop hiding behind cartoon characters. I'm sick of it.
I've only experienced it once and I'm already sick of it. Elliot's in on it. He's like, is this AI Plankton? It absolutely is AI Plankton. And who's got a fucking pipe on him as well?
'Cause now the neon tide is breaking like the waves tonight.
Beat as well.
Feeling was fake, be left up to fate. No love, no truth, no lies, just neon tide. What feeling was fake, be left up to fate. No love, no truth, no lies, just neon tide.
Bruv.
Hell yeah. Has he got like a whole thing?
One.
A whole album?
I don't know. That's the only song of theirs that I've actually checked out. But
Wow.
yeah. That's number 50 on my top songs of 2023.
Not surprised. You fucking love it. It's decent.
It's a fucking tune, isn't it?
Plankton's got a big career ahead of him
Yeah, right. Like,
in the metal world.
who knew? Although to be fair, actually, as a kid, like listening to that guy scream, "Crabs!" Like you can see where he probably got some guttural practice going.
I'm just trying to think of any puns to do with the ocean, and I was trying to think of like a mosh pit. What would like a mosh pit in the ocean be? At the bottom of the sea. Open up that sand pit.
Open up that sandpit.
Yeah.
This is Sandpit Turtle.
So that's your number one. So that's your number one artist,
Song and album.
And album,
yeah.
yeah.
Just Plankton, SpongeBob, AI generated music.
You'd go to that festival as well.
Oh my
if it
God,
existed.
would I? So, my friends, more on our top songs later. We'll do that later on in the show. Let's start with best festivals of the year.
I have been to, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I've only been to about 6 festivals this year,
There's a top 3 in there.
or 7. I
Top
don't know.
5.
I forget. But yeah, it's not. I haven't been to as much as previous years. But I do have a. Are we doing top 5?
I've got a top 5.
Okay. My number one will always be my number one. It's 2000 Trees.
Was it?
Because
Damn.
I don't mind who's playing 2000 Trees. I feel like I have the most fun at 2000 Trees because
Interesting.
of the environment and the people.
The environment did turn on us this year, though. On the
But not the weather, just like the people.
Yeah,
The crowds are great. The staff are great.
yeah.
All those combined makes a great festival.
Damn, interesting first choice. I wasn't expecting.
Because I don't think. I mean, maybe other people are like this, but it doesn't bother me too much if the lineup isn't as good, as long as all my friends are there
Aww.
and I've got some drinks.
Ollie's just there for the
But
whole
there's always this. But it's like people love to moan about fucking.
lineups.
Oh, the headliners are shit. But there's going to be something for you there.
Yeah,
There's going to be another band probably playing around the same time as the headliner.
yeah. That you'll be into.
Yeah. Stop whining.
Yeah. Download comment section.
Oh, Fall Out Boy. I shouldn't be playing it.
Yeah.
Not heavy
Oh
enough.
yeah, one of the biggest bands in the fucking world shouldn't be playing one of the biggest rock festivals in the
But everyone's
fucking world.
complaining that it's not heavy enough. But you've got fucking Dying Fetus. You've got Thy Art Is a Bird. Are they playing? Yeah. You got Black Dahlia Murder.
Yep.
Brand of Sacrifice.
Yep.
Some of the heaviest bands
Yep.
around. But people get caught up on the headliners.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Get over.
And that brings me on to well, that's your number one, isn't it?
Yeah, my number one festival from this year was Download Festival. Like the criteria I had in mind was I judge it heavily based off the lineup first and foremost. I think Download's lineup this year was
But did you have a good time? I guess you did have a good time.
one of the best festival lineups of the year. The set lists, like how strong were the actual band performances at the festival and on the days, and then category 3 is the vibes. Like how much did I enjoy it? How much did other
But
people?
surely, if the vibes are bad, it doesn't matter who's playing. Because the vibes bring it down.
Yeah, that's why like you got like it's like a Venn diagram. Like
Yeah.
it's got to be like something that connects.
Sometimes a bad vibe can turn into a good vibe with the right band.
Yeah, right. There we go. Did Confucius say that?
Yeah. Sometimes all you need is a push mosh and
A couple of beers.
a warm cider. at the side.
So yeah, with Bring Me dropping the greatest festival headline set I've ever seen, and you know bands like I Prevail, Electric Callboy having standout performances,
Parkway.
Parkway like proving a point that they should probably be headlining that
Yeah.
one day. There's so much going on at Download Festival this year. I mean, weather-wise, like it was on the verge of like surviving the heat, but at the same time, you'd rather that than fucking rain everywhere.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed a tropical download.
Yeah.
Because usually it's shit.
Yeah, shorts and tees.
Yeah. Gotta love a bit of global warming, baby.
Heat it up.
Right, number 2.
What have you gone for? Seeing as you went for Trees number 1.
I'm gonna go Lower? Louder than life.
You saw LTL then, didn't you? And you went Lower Than Atlantis.
Louder Than Life in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep.
It was one of the biggest festivals with I think probably the most bigger. The most big bands on one bill I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And
silly lineup.
So you'd think that would be like a
logistical
nightmare, just getting all those bands in and out. But it was very well run, surprisingly smooth, and we were sort of working there, and they treated us really nice.
Yep.
Everyone in Kentucky was nice that we met. Everyone loves your accent.
Yep.
It's nice weather.
Yep.
Bit too hot at times.
Oh my days. Yeah. Talking about struggling in the heat.
Yeah. And pretty much saw like every band ever.
Yeah. So headliners, you had Tool, Foo Fighters, Green Day,
Avenged.
But
then it was like, I'd say like the top sort of two bands on each night are basically like headline status.
Yes.
So you had like
Queens of Stone Age, Weezer. Who else? Biscuit. Yeah, Limp Bizkit. Who's the other one?
Pantera.
Yeah.
But yeah. But still, like massive bands, and then all the way down the lineup was just like Sleep Token, Fever.
The fact that Sleep Token played the second smallest stage on the festival.
The fact that Enter Shikari played the smallest stage.
Yeah, the smallest stage on the festival. Like, just goes to show you how ridiculously big this lineup is. And also, shout out to our pals Vicovi, because they're doing a load of DWP festivals next year.
Yeah.
Good to see that.
Can I go?
I want to go.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just invite myself along.
Yeah. just
turn up.
Hide in Hamish's flight case.
Yeah. Where's my guitar gone?
Just say to Hamish, do you need a guitar tech, bro?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I can tune a guitar. That's about it.
Probably tech a guitar if you had to. You're really struggling with that microphone, aren't you?
It's going to topple any moment, John. Listen, I'm a professional. We move. Yeah, and you've got Louder Than Life.
I've got Louder Than Life at number 2 as well. Yeah, in terms of, if we are talking best festivals of this year, the opportunity to go and experience one of the biggest festivals in North America, and infrastructure was a massive issue at festivals this year. I feel like a lot of festivals struggled on an organizational front with various different things either going wrong or not to plan. And considering Louder Than Life Festival is pretty much right next to Kentucky Airport, Louisville Airport, there was absolutely no issues whatsoever getting in and out each day.
It was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, considering traffic has been a hot topic at UK festivals this year, that was, really easy to get in and out.
Yeah.
Surprising. They've got it down.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Nailed it. Who have you
Lamb
got
says, how hot was it?
We're talking download.
No, we're talking lower.
No, it's Lamb talking download though.
Lamb was there, wasn't she?
A download.
No.
Yeah.
So she knows.
Yeah.
Louisville was like 30, in the 30s.
Yeah, 30 plus. Dr. Scott says it's an easy one. Slam Dunk wins by default, as I never got to go to any other ones. And Elliot says, I think in a space of me and John walking around, we saw like 6 different bands, including Guar. Oh yeah, Guar at Download. I forgot about that.
I didn't see them.
Do you not?
We were so close to interviewing them.
Yeah. Oh.
But
I forgot about that.
We were meant to go to their dressing room.
Yeah.
And do something. I think there was too much going on the day, so
yeah,
had to cancel it.
I forgot about that.
Apparently, when you'd interview them, they just stay in character.
Oh, imagine that! Imagine the chemistry I'd have with Guar on camera.
Yeah, zero chemistry. I don't even know what their characters are. Just monsters.
Yeah, just extraterrestrial monsters.
Monster men.
We lost quite a few big interviews at Download this year. I Prevail and Amity Affliction, and speak to both of them.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it was out of their control.
Yeah.
We were actually meant to, I don't know if I can talk about it. Black Gold were meant to do a little bit with me. But they all sweated, because it was fucking hot. And they wear masks.
Yeah.
When they all came off stage, they were all just like
Yeah, like
Just pour water.
lightheaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez, I forgot about that. Shout out to Black Gold for keeping the gimmick up in desert-like heat at Donington.
Well, I remember V-Man when he joined Slipknot, probably like the first year or two. He had one gig where he like passed out from heat exhaustion.
Jeez.
But like he stands a lot of the time right next to where the pyro's going off as well.
So self-inflicted.
But you're probably playing in like hot temperatures anyway. And then I can't imagine the heat on stage when you like.
Oh yeah,
fire going on.
Well, do you remember when Shikari did the 3 sets at Reading Festival in one day, and it was like a global warming day at Reading Festival, and they had full flame pyro on the main stage, and they were wearing 3-piece suits.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I was like, boys, you must have ice in those veins to be able to pull that off.
Yeah. I would just be a fucking puddle at the end.
I can't stand still in the sun and not sweat. Let alone like perform.
Yeah. It would be not a good sight.
No, I'd evaporate. Right, who have you got as number 3 on your best?
I've got
festival?
Download as number 3.
You got Download as number 3.
Because I enjoyed it a lot. But I feel like maybe I'm sort of, even though Loud and Loud was a big festival, we were sort of very much contained to like our areas. Whereas Download, I'm sort of, I don't like the walk. I don't like having to walk far distances between stages.
Yeah. The hill's a killer.
So I've realized that like, I think I prefer smaller festivals to bigger ones.
Is that because of your age?
Probably because of my age. Don't like big crowds of people. Probably shouldn't be going to any.
It's a good thing your job is to work in music, otherwise that could get really inconvenient.
Yeah. I stick to the press area. Hanging out with my press chums. It's very boring.
Yeah, like I don't know if you saw our slam dunk coverage from this year, but when we said in that we'd been chained to the press area the entire day. I mean, it was a metaphor, but we weren't exaggerating.
I refused to actually do any work inside that press tent because it was like a sauna in there.
Yeah,
I was like, we're filming all our interviews outside because I ain't sitting in that tent for.
Oh, Download.
I download. Yeah.
Download. Yeah, that Download press tent. Shout out to any of the creators who were in there, like people who work for like mags and like newspapers and that kind of shit and websites. Because
it's hard out here, you know. It's hard out here for the journalists.
Yeah,
of the world.
Yeah,
no one thinks about the journalists.
To be fair, it is a quite challenging sector. Oh, sorry to totally. Because what do you think of your new mug, by the way?
OMG, tea's in the house. Brew year break. Oh, New Year break. Nice.
Yeah. Shout out 2 year break for the mug. We got a little Christmas present pack.
I read it before, but it didn't click who it was.
Did it not? And you had to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Friends of the show. Hell yeah. So my third festival best festivals of 2023 was Slammy D.
Slam D. So I've got Slam D as number 4.
Number 4. Interesting. So reason why Slam Dunk edged it into my top 3 was...
Edging it in.
I ain't that cool, a little fucked in the head. I get the rope. I get the rope. Do you know what song that is?
Blink.
There we go.
182.
So yeah, the reason why Slam Dunk Festival edged it into the top 3 for me over what my number 4 pick is I know there's quite a lot of logistical issues this year with the festival, but in terms of the lineup, in terms of the vibe in there and the atmosphere and the performances from the bands, it was one of the best years of Slam Dunk Festival. Like Shikari's headline
really
set was so fucking iconic.
Yeah. Because that was the first outing of that production, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Like that water gimmick where Ralph falls into the tank and he's like immersed in like this massive vat of water. Like genius. Absolutely genius. Friends of the show, Vakovi.
Do you know, I saw a behind the scenes. I don't think it was that part, but it was another part where they have stuff like someone moving. I think it was Rob. And they basically just filmed it on a phone with a green screen in the background. and used just like keyed him out, so it's just his silhouette moving, and that's what they used on the screens.
What?
Yeah. They filmed it in like their where all their merch is and stuff. They just popped up a green screen.
That's
Because I guess all they needed was a black silhouette of someone moving, so they didn't have to do like a big production on it. So it's just there's this video of like behind the scenes of Rob just like dancing and doing like weird shit.
That's amazing.
And they use that.
DIY bands are the best bands for those kinds of like little inside stories.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, what I was going to say was Vicovi, friends of the show, getting their flowers on the main stage. That was pretty cool.
Got flowers, did they?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Launched at Hamish whilst he was trying to solo.
Yeah, I actually threw some nettles, which aren't really flowers, but it's quite dangerous. It's quite dangerous.
Just launching the most violent flower bar a cactus that you can at someone.
Got to give them the flowers or nettles. Well, I'd give my number 4 is Slam Dunk because I had a good time.
My number 4 was Reading Festival.
Yeah, I didn't go to Reading this year, so
Reading fell out of the top 3 this year for me because it was a bit of a weird year lineup wise, but the bands that were there were fucking phenomenal. Like, probably one of the most ridiculous festival bookings of the year was Knock Loose straight into Sleep Token.
yeah.
It's just like, like fuck around and find out.
They were the reason, and the 1975 that I wanted to go, but I couldn't make it in the end.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I know that there was a lot of people out there saying, I'm a rock music fan, been going to Reading for years, finding it hard. And I love my dance music, and I think Reading 2024 is a contender for one of the best festival lineups in the UK for next year. I mean, you got like Fred again, Skrillex, Blink, Spirit Box.
Who else? Hasn't someone else been added recently?
To Reading?
Yeah.
Don't know. Biscuit got added to
So
download.
So much. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I do wish. I think I'll go this year, next year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then my number 5 was 2000 Trees, which we covered earlier. What was your number 5?
Number 5 is Burn It Down Festival.
Ooh.
I really enjoyed that festival. It's basically, it's in Torquay, which is just a nice place to visit anyway. And it was in the summer. So they call it the English Riviera,
What?
Torquay.
Ah.
And basically it's just like 2 venues across the road from each other. One's like a sort of smallish pub place. One's a bigger venue. And they just have bands playing, and the lineup was sick. It was Harriet, Heart of a Coward,
Heavy.
Ifka. Who else played?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I did a whole video. So if you go on the Forever Loud YouTube, I interviewed a bunch of bands there. Shields played. Shields made a comeback. Dream State, Lake Malice.
Nice.
Who else?
Lots of friends of the show.
This
Wasn't
is
Lamb
right.
there with you?
No, Lamb wasn't there.
Oh.
Nah, it was great. It basically just showcased like the best UK like up and coming bands.
Let's go.
Or the bands that is just like sort of
Like Takedown Festival.
Yeah, it's just like up like the whole sort of main stage and the second stage were just really cool bands, and I really enjoyed it.
Hell yeah. Well, that was our top 5 festivals of 2023. If you've got a top 3 or just a top 1, feel free to get in touch and let us know. Whilst we plow through our best live sets of 2023. How many you got for this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One's a two for one
A twofer.
because I couldn't decide between either.
Okay, sweet. Well, I've got a top 10. So I'm going to start with honourable mentions. Honourable mentions to Vicovi at Catty,
Yeah,
because that was a fucking unbelievable show. And also Foo Fighters at Louder Than Life Festival.
I feel like you would have had a better time at the Cat House if you weren't stressing about where you were DJing. After.
I was very, very stressed. I was very
I'm
stressed.
DJing the upstairs room. Turns out it was actually great.
It was bad intel, right? I got told I was in a booth, and I'm not.
It was a booth, but you in your head it was like a booth like this big.
Yeah, like the size of this.
Whereas
table.
it was like it was a big booth.
Big old booth.
Big booth.
I like big booths in the can. So, so number 10, a tour that I actually had to go.
I haven't numbered mine, by the way.
Have you
They're
not?
just all equal.
Okay, I've actually ranked mine.
Yeah.
So number 10 is a tour that happened earlier on this year that I totally forgot about until I went through my videos just before the show started. Don Broco with main support from Papa Roach in arenas.
Oh, yeah. I didn't go to that.
Bro, like, what a show. Like having, and I think we need more of this in the rock scene. I think we need more legends, veterans and goats being main support to up and coming bands and passing that torch and going, hey, we want to introduce all these people who've been here since Infest to your music, because we're very, very similar in terms of the shit that we do.
Yeah, and works the other way as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like
I'm
the
sure there was a lot of younger
like
Broco
16
fans.
and 18-year-olds checking out Papa Roach for the
Yeah.
first time.
What is this Last Resort song? Sure, I'm sure everyone
Everyone knows that's what. But like deeper cuts, like Getting Away with Murder.
The thing is, Papa Roach have a lot of new music, which is quite, and they've sort of
That Swerve tune.
they've
Swaco.
yeah. I
and,
feel like they're one of those bands that are like they move with the
Jason
times. They're not stuck doing like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
They make-
Kobe keeps up to date.
Yeah. Kobe Dick.
If you're nasty. And number 9, which now I'm looking at this list, I feel like I've put this far too low down, but number 9 is one of the most recent gigs that I went to, which was these boys. 1 second. There you go.
That's a sick T-shirt.
It's a great t-shirt.
Is it? Do you reckon it's actual?
Back print as well. It's got a great back print on it.
Because that's Jägermeister, but with a.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very close to the Jägermeister.
But
note.
it's the thing you can do. What's it called? So you can get away with using another brand's logo
If
as long as you change it.
Three things
Yeah.
about it. Yeah. So Lorna Shore.
That looked good actually. I
Yeah.
wasn't there. I don't go out very much anymore.
Yeah, Lorna Shore in Birmingham would have been a show that you'd have fucking loved, man. Like, it was just tight. Just everything about it was tight. And like, Will had been on tour at that point. They'd done an entire European run, and his voice sounded so crisp. And given the show kind of revolves around his vocal style, yeah.
Oh my god! Bravo! It's beautiful.
Yeah, man. And when I went to watch the show, I put up a video on Instagram, and Sean Smith from Sapnin and what was his band called?
The Blackout.
The Blackout messaged me saying he was because I put up a video of
Yeah.
them playing To the Hellfire, and Sean was like, you know, when he does the pig squad, he's like, I was expecting like blood to start raining or for like some sort of like hellish scene or escape, and he's like, they just had sparkles. He was like, fucking sparkles. And he's like, what are they? And then he voice noted, he was like, what are they going to do next? Send out puppies?
That was a terrible accent.
That was an awful, I'm half Welsh as well. It was an awful Welsh accent.
What are you gonna do? Send out puppies. That was even worse.
That was even worse. But yeah, Lorna Shore, unbelievable. Oh, they had a snow machine during the Pain Remains trilogy, which is quite nice as well.
Nice.
So yeah, if you get a chance to see Lorna Shore next year, fucking do it. Right.
Should I throw one in?
You've got an 8. So we're now up to the same amount because you start at your 8.
Okay, but none of these are in order.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I think you've got it as well. Beartooth at Wembley.
That's my number 7.
Yeah. Beartooth at Wembley, because it was bumped up when Brixton Academy got closed,
Yeah.
and yeah, so they had to sell a load of more tickets, and they did. It was a packed room, and I feel like they deserve to be on the Wembley stage.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. And on top of that, when a band has such a dramatic change in their schedule, because like with London venues, you kind of work your way up the rankings, and selling out Brixton, which the show had done, huge feat, huge tick off the to-do list in terms of
Massive feat.
Yeah, as like for your London audience, but basically just over doubling that to go into Wembley is such an insane ask, especially when you're so close to the gig actually happening. The reason why like those arena tours get announced a year in advance is just in case they need a year to sell the tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, not every band's going to sleep token it and do it in 10, but these bands need time to promo it, to put the performance together, to order the production, to get everything in line. So having this massive stress so close to the show happening and then delivering the show that they fucking did.
I think it was one of those where they probably were trying to get other venues similar size, and they couldn't.
Yeah.
So Wembley became available. So it was either no show or Wembley.
Yeah.
It's like fuck
Double
it.
or nothing.
Yeah, double or nothing. But they smashed it.
Yep.
Caleb had flamethrowers.
Caleb had a fucking flamethrower. Like, I don't know if that's going to become a regular in their UK set list, what the insurance policy or the budget was like for getting a flamethrower in the set.
Yeah,
But fucking
'cause I can't
every
imagine-
time now I need to see
I
that.
can imagine you own the flamethrower.
Yeah.
You have to hire it in.
Yeah.
And the gas as well.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
It's not Iron Maiden. So
Imagine
Iron
sound
Maiden-
checking a flamethrower.
Yeah. Was Iron Maiden... Bruce Dickinson has his own.
Yeah.
They have it every night.
Pete Wentz has got one on his bass.
Yeah. So I guess they own it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go... It's expensive, I imagine.
Yeah. Not cheap to run.
Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, you probably have to have like some sort of fireman. fire safety man. Doesn't have to be a man or one
Yeah.
or them.
Fire safety person on site just in case Caleb's aim wasn't that great.
Yeah. Well, they would have had like people with fire extinguishers
Yeah.
on hand
Just in case.
just in case.
But one thing I do want to say about that show, some of the most ferocious pits of the year happen at that Beartooth show. Every time I'm in Wembley and I see
it from the stands.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what else made that show great? Straight from the Path and Motionless in White.
I've seen Motionless in White live so many times this year. Just they've been fucking everywhere and they've absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, they were great. Caleb, he came out and did the. No, he didn't. He did that on other shows when they do Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Because that bit in the song's by Brian from Knock Loose.
Yeah.
In the Slaughterhouse.
Catch you up. Catch you
Yeah,
up.
that's it.
What a tune. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, my friends, we want to know the best live sets you've seen from bands so far this year. Drop them in the chat. My number 8 was Enter Shikari and the Residency Tour. Oh, Dr. Scott, in actual fact, you've just dropped in some fire. Right, we'll have to come to that in a second.
We already touched on it. Have you got them again? Because I've got Shikari at Slam Dunk.
Have you? Interesting.
So maybe we can talk about them both in one.
Yeah, let's cover Shikari ground now. So
The Residency was obviously before
start of
Slam
this
Dunk,
year,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was like I don't think I've heard of a band doing that before.
No, such a unique concept for a tour. So in case you don't know, my friends, basically Shikari booked an entire tour to happen in the same city over the course of 3 months. So they come back 1 month at a time to the same city, play the same room, except in Wolverhampton, where on the last night of the residency tour, they just decided to sell 500 tickets the day before because they can.
What?
So, you know KK Steel Mill?
Because they opened it up, because they can stay in the venue.
Yes.
So they did that, didn't they?
Yeah, so like the way it was structured beforehand was the stage, it was like almost like they'd flipped it. So it was like portrait instead of landscape.
No. So what happened, what I realised at Atreyu, because Atreyu only had half the venue. So basically it's just like a curtain in the middle, which divides the back and the front.
But Shikari had the stage in a different way. Like the venue was longer.
It was the same.
I promise you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
They did that.
Yeah, they just decided to shift 500 tickets like week of show.
Yeah.
But what I loved is they mixed up the set list every single time because it's Shikari, of course they're going to do that. And there was so many deep cuts chucked in there. My favourite, and I posted a clip of this on Instagram a few months ago, was System into Meltdown from A Flash Flood of Colour. Like hearing that live again and like the way they stripped it back. Bro, it was fire. Fire.
You got a better memory than I have. I think maybe because I drink too much at shows.
Yeah.
So I don't remember. I do remember that bit,
Ollie's
though.
there just like last song, top off like...
Never top off. Never top off.
Trousers off.
I've put the Slam Dunk Shikari show
Interesting.
just because I really like that production.
Yeah. I'm excited to see that in Wembley next year. That'll be great.
They're doing Wembley.
Yeah, with Fever 333 main support. Fucking ridiculous. So, very excited about that.
Viva Trez. Who else?
That kind of covers... I had Beartooth Wembley at 7, so we've just covered that. Who have you got on your next one?
See, still in no order. Fuel for a Friend, the Casually Dressed,
Deeper
for
conversation.
it was great. I loved it. I mean, because that album for me was probably my favorite album growing up.
Really?
One of my favorite. I think I've said this on the show before, but I used to do the washing up to that album,
The washing up.
like the dishes. Do you know I had chores as a kid?
Yeah.
And I had a CD player in the kitchen, and I had like 2 CDs in there, and one of them was that. So I used to just listen to that over and over again every time I did the dishes, make it go go quicker. And they played it, and it's weird how you remember. Do you know if you haven't heard a song in like years, but as soon as you hear it, all the words,
Like muscle
it comes
memory.
back to you. Yeah, so it was like that. But weirdly though, the only thing that I didn't like about the show is they didn't play the album in order. Because I was so used to hearing it in order, it was like a bit weird.
Damn.
I mean, it's still great hearing those songs, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, speaking of albums in full, I'm gonna have to do a joint pick on one of these because there's a show that I went to this year that involved an album playing in full that I need to rank. But
I know it is.
that's interesting. So what? Instead of doing it, did they do it at least chronologically?
so they did the whole album, but just not in the track order list. I feel like some of them fell into like the same places, but they definitely didn't open with Red Is the New Black.
Really?
Yeah. Is that the first one? Anyway, whatever it is, but they didn't open with the first track of the album.
Oh, Dr. Scott says they did in Glasgow.
What? So they didn't in Birmingham. Because it
Oh, yeah.
threw me off.
Because Dr. Scott, right, just to interject, Dr. Scott's gigs of the year, no particular order: Biffy at the Hydro, Spanish Love Songs at SWG3, Finch at the Garage, Wonder Years, SWG3, Funeral for a Friend at the Academy, and Electric Callboy at the Academy. That's a healthy gig selection from this year,
Yeah.
Dr. Scott. Very healthy selection. And that's interesting that in Glasgow you got it in full, in chronological earlier, and then in Birmingham...
Maybe I was too drunk for the North.
So, you know what you're saying about your memory and beers?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they didn't play it in order. But yeah, it was still great. And I still love that band. And sadly, if you heard the news,
I have indeed. No more Matt.
no more Matt.
Hello, Lucas.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he's not going to join them full time.
Yeah.
He's got another band. They're doing all right.
They're not too bad. We'll be talking albums of the year in hour 2, my friends, don't worry.
Yeah. So that was great.
So to recap so far, I've got Broco and P Roach at 10, Lorna Shore Birmingham at 9, Shikari Residency at 8, Beartooth Wembley at 7, and then at number 6, Bring Me the Horizon in Amsterdam earlier on this year, which admittedly...
Are you putting that? Oh, you haven't even got... Oh, yeah, I've got...
Yeah. Admittedly, Bring Me are going to make another appearance on this list, but this was where I knew that Download was going to be special. And seeing Bring Me at the start of this year in a different country on a European tour, great bill as well, a Day to Remember main support, and watching just how tight they were as a band and how much Ollie was pushing his vocals on the heavy front, like the kind of screams that he was doing that you kind of haven't seen for a good few years from Bring Me the Horizon. It was such a nice bit of reassurance that what was going to happen a few months later at Download Festival was going to be something special.
Did they have the same production?
No, which was what I enjoyed as well. It was a different setup. It wasn't as dramatic as what we saw at Donington.
Yeah.
It was an arena version of that, which makes me real excited about their 2024 tour with how big that show is going to be.
Yeah.
But
Is it January?
it is indeed, yeah. January Bad Omens. But what I'm also going to do is, because Bring Me are going to make a second appearance on this list, this is where I'm going to use my joint pick. I'm going to go for Bring Me in Amsterdam.
I mean,
and-
you've just made up all the rules.
I have. I
you're
absolutely
like,
have.
You're saying it like, oh, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. So
Your
joint
show.
6, because I can. The Wonder Years doing The Greatest Generation in full. What a fucking show that was. Genuinely one of my favourite gigs of this year.
I wasn't there.
Bro. Yeah, you need to get your ass to Vegas next year because they're doing The Greatest Generation in full there.
I'm buying my flights.
No. We work in music, bro. Like, there's ways.
Can I pay an exposure?
Just hit a Richard Branson. We're like, hey man, I know Virgin doesn't need any advertising, but I can offer you some great exposure on the Jon Mahon Show.
Yeah. Get Branson on.
Yeah, Richie B. But yeah, the Wonder Years doing The Greatest Generation in full. Dr. Scott, you know this, just how fire that show was from start to finish. One of the best albums of all time. Like, definitely the greatest pop punk album of all time, in my opinion. You hate me saying that.
It's not a pop punk album.
It is a pop punk album.
It's not a pop punk.
It's a pop punk album.
It's not a pop punk.
It's a pop punk album.
Coming in at number... Well, I haven't got a list. I haven't got a numbered list.
I'm into top 5 now.
I'm putting in Knock Loose at Bloodstock.
Ooh.
Because he was fucking great. The rain started coming down as they were playing, but it sort of added to the effect.
That would be cool.
Yeah. And they're just so heavy.
Yeah, man.
Just so many bass drops as well, sub drops.
They've been everywhere this year, man. Like, they did Bloodstock, they did Reading Festival, they did Blue Ridge, and weren't they at Louder Than Life as well?
No.
They weren't.
Because I would have made a point to go and see them, I think.
Fair.
I think they were.
But yeah, Knock Loose have been everywhere this year, and deservedly so. They're a fucking incredible band.
Coachella.
Oh, yeah, they did Coachella this year with Billie Eilish
Yeah.
side of stage.
Yeah. Collabs next year.
Oh,
probably.
imagine.
Imagine Billie Eilish tour supported by...
Main support Knock Loose. Book it, America. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Great. What's next?
Number 5, I saw Electric Callboy on the last night of their North American headline tour, which had sold out across the board in New York City.
New York City.
The very place. And then,
Electric Callboy.
and not just anywhere, but in fucking Times Square at the Palladium.
Cool.
Dude, it was one of the most gangster shows I've ever been to.
Yeah. To be fair, it sounds pretty...
It was pretty fucking cool. Like, don't get me wrong, the bar prices were horrific.
Yeah.
But watching Electric Callboy, like, in one of the most famous cities in the world, one of the most famous venues you can go to in North America, on the last night of their tour.
Watching them choo-choo their way through that venue.
Yeah. Choo, 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 choo. Riding on the subway.
Yeah. Techno subway.
But the supports are great for that. Conquer Divide, friends of the show, they opened up. And then Solance, is that how you say it? Like, they're like a Swedish band. I'd never heard of them before, but bro, like, we need to like get involved on them because they're hilarious.
How's it spelled?
I want to say Solance or ENCE. It's either
feel
Solance or Solence.
Rings a bell.
Solance or Solence?
Solence.
Solence. SOLENCE. And that was it. Right, I need to say that song, so I haven't listened to that. They've got a tune called Good Fucking Music, and that's a banger. But they're just...
Is it?
Yeah, they're exactly like Electric.
Is it?
Is it?
Good fucking music.
Is it good? I would say it's good fucking music, but they're just like Electric Callboy, man. They're fun and stupid in all the best ways.
Yeah. I haven't seen them
Electric Callboy?
live. I missed them at Download because I had to drive my car somewhere. I had to move my car
Forgot about that.
and I missed Electric Callboy.
And
I missed them
Pendulum as well.
I missed them on the UK run as well. I don't know.
Twice.
But I was away somewhere, I can't remember. I remember being away and I was like, oh shit, Electric Callboy played in Birmingham.
Yeah.
But I'll hopefully see them. Are they touring again next year?
They've not announced the UK one, I don't think. They got a US one.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to Europe if they're big in Europe. You forget we can go to Europe very easily these days.
I want to try and go to more shit in Europe next year,
Yeah.
especially like Hellfest and like Rock
Yeah.
am Ring and those ones.
Summer Breeze. Sounds like a good one. Who have I got next?
Yeah.
Mine's a twofer.
Twofer. Oh, so you gave me shit earlier about having two.
No, because I can't pick between which one was better.
Oh, so it's the same band,
Same
two
band,
different sets.
two different
Right,
sets.
okay. That's way more forgivable than
Kublai
mine.
Khan supporting counterparts at Birmingham XOYO. Because that was my first time I'd seen them.
You
And
raved about that
and
show.
it blew me away. I was like, that's one of the best. Just like fun, hardcore, moshy sets
Yeah.
you can ask for. And then I saw them again at 2000 Trees, and it was just like a mood booster.
Yeah.
I was feeling a bit hungover, a bit shit. I was like, let's go and watch Kublai Khan. And it just perked me right up.
Keebly can't beat a bit of
And
that.
he loves a fucking dog bark.
Wasn't he dropping some hilarious sound bites before
Yeah.
breakdowns as well?
I can't remember any of them, but he was.
What did, I swear,
he's such a great frontman. He's
one
of
involved
those-
avocado. I can remember you telling me that.
I don't remember. Oh, it's just is it something like see the person next to you, smush them like avocado or something, or make them into avocado
Perfect.
or guacamole. That's it.
Perfect.
Make them into guacamole. But yeah, if you have a chance to see Kublai Khan TX live,
Yeah.
go and see him.
Great band. Great band. My number 4 was Skrillex at Warehouse Project in Manchester. And his name's going to come up a lot on today's show. Skrillex had a fucking year, man. And yeah, like our boy Max Such, very last minute was like, hey, got some passes for Skrillex, Warehouse Project Manchester, fancy it? And the answer to that question is always going to be yes. And then as we were on our way, I was looking at the lineup and I was like, oh, Fortet's playing. That's fucking sick. And then Peggy Goo was meant to be doing a back-to-back with Fortet. Go on, say it.
Who?
Peggy Goo.
Peggy Goo,
Peggy Goo.
friend of yours.
Friend of mine.
Yeah. Who is she?
DJ.
Oh,
But yeah, big
just-
DJ. Big DJ from America. But Peggy couldn't make it.
terrible name.
It-
Unless that's her actual name. I'm sorry,
it's an unfortunate name.
Mrs. Goo,
Mrs. Goo.
Mr. and Mrs. Goo.
Yeah. Great pots though. But they announced that Peggy Goo couldn't make it. So there was then the mystery in the air of who was going to replace her. And as we got to the queue to get our passes, there's an annoying security guy on the microphone who was basically like, Fred again's been spotted at London Euston Station getting a train to Manchester. And it's like, bruv, that was meant to be a surprise. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
Didn't say that though, did you?
I didn't because I wanted to get in. So, yeah, unfortunately, fucking Big Mike on security couldn't pipe down long enough to...
Fucking Mike.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was Fred again. And basically, Pangbourne House Mafia did what they did at Coachella and at Madison Square Garden earlier on this year and just did one of the most unholy back-to-backs of all time.
Fred again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
In between Skrillex.
Yeah. But that was just an unbelievable night. I love my dance music, and I'm so stoked that Fred's heading on in Reading Festival next year. It's gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, lots
I ain't got nothing, no bad words to say about Fred again.
again, and again. So, who have you got as in your top 3?
I've only got 2 left.
Oh, you've only got
Because
2
we
left.
mentioned, I've put Vukovi Cat House. Well, again, I haven't got a top 3. It's not, these are
Okay,
no order.
fair.
I'm doing Vukovi Cat House because we were there
Yeah.
and it was great. Lovely to see them, hang out with them,
Yep.
and in their hometown.
It was such a great night. We left the cat house at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I had a lot of venom.
A lot of venoms. Ollie was the roughest I've ever seen him the next day. You were struggling.
For anyone who doesn't know what a venom is, because I didn't know what a venom is. There's different types, but it's basically 2 shots plus a whole bottle of VK and then some sort of juice.
Yeah. But the juice is what turns it a different colour, isn't it?
Well, because it's the green one
Yeah.
is vodka, Southern Comfort, blue VK, and orange juice.
Yeah, that was it.
So the orange
And
and
the
the
blue.
blue make it green.
Make it green.
So it looks disgusting.
Yeah. Looks
And
like
it tastes
swamp water.
disgusting, but
Yeah.
it's drinkable. It's very alcoholic, but
Yeah.
it's manageable.
And you finished on 5 for the night, didn't you?
Yeah. Listen, when in Rome
When in Glasgow.
and when in Glasgow, you drink Venoms
Yeah, you fucking
with
do.
the locals.
Yeah, you were. So that was a hell of a show.
Yeah.
That was a great fucking show. Vukovi smashed it.
Yeah. As always.
Yeah.
It was just nice to be, because that was the second night playing the Cat House, but it was the first time playing the Cat House ever.
Yeah. And that was the first show that sold out of the 2 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gone 4 at number 3. I've seen this band a couple of times this year, and I actually forgot about one of the shows. I forgot that Sleep Token toured right at the start of the year, just after Chokehold and The Summoning had dropped.
Yeah, I missed that show.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time they played Granite live
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. And it was one of the first times that Chokehold and the Summoning have been in the set as well, and that was a great show. But the one I've actually gone for wasn't their one at Reading Festival either, where they headlined the pit stage, although they sounded phenomenal that night. I've actually gone for their set at Blue Ridge Festival. Now, Blue Ridge was an absolute shit show of a festival, but in the day and a half of the 4-day experience that did take place,
yeah, I guess it was great. Well, the bands were all great that managed to play.
Yeah.
It was just the festival was a shit show.
The absolute shit show that was Blue Ridge Festival's organisation did put a dampener on everything. But the second day of the festival, the Friday, everything ran start to finish. And Slipknot were headlining that night. And the thing that was most interesting to me was Sleep Token had a bigger crowd than Slipknot.
Yeah.
And they were both on the same stage. So I could take some notes and basically go, right, because I think, don't quote me on this, I think it went Sleep Token, Danzig, Slipknot. I want to say it was in that order. Because I missed Lorna Shore just to watch Danzig play Mother. Sat through a whole Danzig set just for Mother.
A whole set.
A whole set. It was so painful. But Sleep Token had a bigger crowd than Slipknot in North America.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because, Joe, I'm going to chuck in Sleep Token at Louder Than Life.
Yeah, you got to. I'm surprised that wasn't on your list to begin with, bro.
The thing is, and I was just sad that it wasn't longer.
Yeah,
Like,
they cut it short compared to what they did at Blue Ridge.
Like half an hour, maybe 45, if that. It seemed
I want to
very
say probably 40.
Yeah, it seemed very like cause obviously they probably got booked when they were a lot smaller, but
Yep. Well,
it was a great set and it sounded great, and they had a massive crowd, and one of my favorite bands.
so their Louder Than Life set list, because I was their Blue Ridge set list. I was such a nerd about Blue Ridge, and I was so excited about this festival that I went through every band's most recent set and built a playlist of the songs from their most recent set list in order, so I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
And Sleep Token set list at Blue Ridge was Chokehold, The Offering, Like That, Granite, Vor, Mine, Hypnosis, Love You Want, Alkaline, The Summoning, Rain, and then ending on Higher.
Higher, did they? We didn't
Yeah.
get higher, did we?
No.
No, I would have loved to see that.
Yeah. What did they end on at Blue Ridge? I want to say The Offering.
The Offering, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they usually end on. So that was a special set they did.
Yeah.
I think that was the second. They played Blue Ridge last year.
Did they?
Yeah. Because I feel like I remember seeing a live video of them and it was like middle of the day.
So you didn't get the light show?
Yeah. But they had like a really short set. So I guess they got asked back. So they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. Let's pull a bigger crowd than fucking Slipknot.
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
Also, I guess if you play the same place twice in a row, you can't do the same set, really.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to up the ante a little bit. So at number 2 for my second best show of the year, have you got 2 left or 1 left now?
2 left.
Oh, you got 2 left. What's your second one?
In no order. Limp Bizkit Academy, Birmingham Academy. So Birmingham's a weird place. We don't have
I like you say we now.
They don't. The Birmingham. You're not even from Birmingham.
Yes, I am.
Walsall.
Bro, that's Birmingham.
It's Walsall.
It's part of Birmingham.
Walsall's part of Birmingham.
Bro, I'm 15 minutes away in a cab from the city centre.
So?
If you were 15 minutes away
but
from Houston.
Walsall's its own postcode. It's not a Birmingham postcode, is it? You're not a Birmingham postcode. You're a W something.
Just leave me alone.
But anyway, Birmingham has the arenas and it has the academy. There's no sort of in between.
No.
So I feel like if you're not at a stage of doing the arenas,
Birmingham does need a 5,000 cap
there's
arena.
no sort of in between. So you end up seeing a lot of bands which should be playing bigger rooms playing the academy.
Yeah.
And it's great because
It's like 3,000 people.
Yeah, because you get a sort of more bigger show experience in a smaller venue.
Yeah.
And Limp Bizkit were one of my favourite bands ever growing up. Still are. And they understand the assignment of playing a show.
Yeah.
Because they know that most people are there
For the hits.
for the hits, for the big ones. And boy, do they play them.
Yeah. What can you remember what they opened with?
They always open with
My Generation.
weirdly they open with $3 bill, y'all.
Really?
I think. But they did it at Loud and Life as well.
What,
But
open with
then-
$3 bill? I missed the start of it.
But then I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, but I think they go into Hot Dog after that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's just back to back, and it's just so much nostalgia.
Yeah.
And Fred still sounds great.
Yeah. When he's not complaining like he was at Louder Than Life.
Loud and Life was a weird one because he got them to take the screens off, so I
Yeah.
couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can hear Limp Bizkit, but they're just little ants over there.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Nah, it was such a weird one.
Yeah.
But and he was apparently he's wearing like a blue wig and stuff, but I wouldn't know.
Yep. No idea.
So yeah, that was my top list of gigs.
Top 3.
Top list of gigs.
Top list of
Do you know what?
gigs.
It probably is top 3.
Yeah. I was.
'Cause I fucking
You'll have a bit
had
of
a lot
it,
of fun.
So my number 2 selection was Elenium at the Brixton Academy not Brixton Academy, the Electro Brixton in London, and did 2 nights in support of his brand new self-titled album that dropped this year. And I wasn't expecting this. Elenium is a DJ, so whenever he performs, it's a DJ set. He came out with a full 4-piece band.
Really?
Yeah. So it was
What
him
was he
on.
doing?
He was on decks, and he played guitar a good few times as well, because they opened with like this big dramatic intro, and then went into Shivering with Spirit Box on the feature, and he played a load of the guitar parts.
Do they just have the voices on track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was really cool was his support act, Said the Sky, his main support act. He was in the live band as well, doing like
that's
keys and guitars as well. And then they had Anna Weeks and I can't remember the name of the other woman. No, it was just Anna Weeks coming out and doing live vocals. And there was another woman who was on violin. She fucking killed it. It was just an amazing show. It was like a combination of a DJ set and a band set. And it was unbelievable. And it was a proper like arena show production. Like he had CO2, fire, sparkles, confetti, like everything that you get in an arena show. And the ticket was £26.
Nice bargain.
Yeah, for one of the second best gig I've seen this year, without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, shout out to Elenium at the Electric Brixton in London.
Nice. And then
And
number 1, we both got the same,
we are unanimous.
and it is
Bring Me the Horizon.
Venga Boy.
Bring Me the Horizon headlining Download Festival 2023, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, we've
Set of the
spoken at length about this show after it
Yeah.
happened on this show. And it was just everything.
Yeah.
Production,
Yep.
check.
Yep.
Pyro,
Check.
songs, set list, great. And like just the performance as well. Ollie sounded great. Amy Lee came out.
For fucking Nihilist Blue.
Yeah, baby. She came out and sang, "Bring Me."
Wake me up inside.
Yeah, she did all that. What else? Yeah, just, and I was with a bunch of lads and some girls in the crowd. We were just having the best time.
Yeah.
Just the vibes were there.
Immaculate. And from the set list to the production to everything Ollie mentioned, what I love the most is I have never seen a festival set with a storyline to that extent. And having the show open with the AI intro of like Eve basically saying that she's been scanning humanity and found out that we all are fucked and need to die, to Ollie and the boys filming that little backstage skit.
Yeah.
Like,
Terrible acting.
yeah,
but
great
let
acting.
him off. For
Like
it.
that Ollie bit was live with me if you want to come.
Yeah.
Just genius. And I think more bands now need to realize that the standard for festival headliners has been rewritten. Like, no, gone are the days now where if you're a headline band at a festival, you can just do what Avenged Sevenfold did at Louder Than Life, and it's just come out, half-arse it, play your songs, not give a shit, and then just take your paycheck and go to bed. Like, you've got to fucking do something now. If you want to stay as a festival headline band, what Bring Me did this year at 2023's Download Festival, that is the gold standard of festival headline sets.
Yeah. You're listening Metallica.
Yep.
You're listening...
It's like, oh, James is smoking a cigar on stage.
Who else? Avenged. They were a bit boring at Loud and Life.
So boring. So boring.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Do you know who smashed it at Loud and Life? Green Day.
Green Day were unbelievable.
Green Day
They
was
understood the
so good.
assignment.
Yeah.
All
the bangers.
Yeah, what should we open with? American Idiot. What
Yeah.
should we play next? Holiday. Sound.
Yeah. Basically, like the first half of the set was just everything from 2003 backwards.
Yeah. Perfect. Absolutely
Longview. They
perfect.
played Longview. What a fucking tune.
Jane. So that, my friends, is our best live sets of 2023. We've got a couple of yours going on in the chat. Lamb says, Kubla Khan slapped so hard at trees. That was amazing. And I see the person... Oh, sorry. Is this the... Oh, this is the quote from Kubla Khan. I see the person next to you. Do you pretend that they're avocados and make them into guacamole and tell me what they taste like? That is a fucking great. That's a great ad lib. And one of my favorite performances was American Football at Trees. Great band. Death Eater at Outbreak as well. Right then, we need to take a quick break. Oh, Defeater, is it? I'm dyslexic, man. We need to take a quick break, and we will be back in hour 2 with the hotly discussed best songs of 2023, and then everyone's favorite topic of conversation, best albums of 2023. And I might even bitch about how much every single major publication got it wrong this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned for that because John's got a top 50 songs. So I should get through that somehow.
Right, we'll see you in hour 2. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Hour 2 of the Jon Mahon Show, powered as always by
foreverloud.com. forever-loud.com. You know what it is. You don't, but you probably don't. No one knows what it is.
Yeah. Talk to them like they don't know.
It's a website. It's a social platform. It's got loads of stuff on that you might like to watch and read and do and stuff. Ooh. Yeah. Forever-loud.com for all your music, alternative music news and fucking shit.
Yeah, all of that shit.
It's the end of the year and I've given up. I just want to eat and drink and just balloon until the new year. Like that kid in Willy Wonka.
Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, that's the one. What are we on now? We decided during the break we're going to do best albums first.
Yeah, because that's probably going to take up more time to talk about, and then I'll just run through the top 50 songs that I've got.
Do I have an order?
Do you have a top 10?
I mean, you've got... What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You got 7. Right, okay. I'll go 10 to 7.
Are we including any sort of EP sort of vibes?
You can put an EP in there if you want. I'm not...
Because I've got one...
discriminate.
I've got one EP that I think deserves to be in there.
Okay, sweet. Right. I am going to start at number 10 with an album that Ollie contested immediately me putting in my top 10. But it came out this year.
Yeah.
Don Broco live at the Royal Albert Hall.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, you made the rules, but live albums, I feel like, is a separate category, aren't they? You wouldn't see a award ceremony.
Depends how fucking good the live album is.
No, because I don't think any album has ever won Best Album at the Grammys that's a live album.
Well, maybe the Grammys.
I don't know that for a fact.
It's the Grammys that are wrong.
I don't know that for a fact, but I'm assuming. I feel
Metallica S&M could
but
have
I
done.
feel like there's a separate category for live album.
Okay. Well, we don't have separate categories. So at number 10, I'm going to go for Don Broco live at the Royal Albert Hall. Fantastic album. Fantastic night. It happened last year. It was one of the best Don Broco gigs I've ever been to. And the mix on that live record is phenomenal. Broco with strings works.
By, shout out Romesh.
Dodangoda. Hell yeah. Number 9, in actual fact, this is one of the records in your top 10 as well. Holding Absence, The Noble Art of Self-Destruction.
Yep. Banger. Holding Absence are just... I feel like they don't miss a lot.
No. And what I love as well is this album showed off everything that Lucas is capable of doing with his vocal cords.
Yeah.
It was like a showcase of what that man is talented at doing.
And just musically, I think they've got a lot more succinct with their writing.
Use of the word succinct.
A lot more succinct, and I feel like they're very much more focused on like just music. Like, this is the song, these are like the hooks.
Yeah.
Like they know how to put together a good song now.
Yeah, 100%. It was an album that generated a load of success for him as well, and they headlined the Kentish Town Forum in London.
Yeah, you went
great
to that.
gig, huge, and yeah,
they've been all over. They've been in America a bunch of times.
Supporting Senses Fail.
And they did Trees, didn't they?
Yep.
They've just been. I feel like they've been one of the hardest working bands this year.
Yeah, for sure.
And they deserve all the praise.
Hell yeah, they do.
And no more praise. No bigger praise than being in our top 10 album.
Yeah, because this is a real award show.
Yeah. So they can put that on the website.
Yep, in their press release.
Yeah.
Yep, you'll see Jon Mahon Show gave it.
Lucas, you can
put it in your Instagram bio.
Just, do you know Lucas and I have a birthday coming up.
You said same birthday?
Yeah, same birthday.
Yeah.
So
I got a birthday coming up as well.
Yeah, we're all December boys.
Yeah. Great month of the year.
Yeah.
You're struggling with that microphone stand so hard.
Do you know what? Science. Put it in more that way.
Equilibrium.
So it doesn't fall over.
Whilst Ollie sorts his mic stand out, I'm going to tell you what I've gone for at number 8. Sullivan King, Thrones of Blood.
Is he a real king?
King of the dubstep scene
King of
at
the
moment.
metal / dubstep
Yeah.
crossover.
Recently got announced as Avenged Sevenfold's main support on their US tour as well.
I wonder if he'll have a band for that, because he didn't have a band when you saw him.
I've never
Did you see him?
No, I've never seen him.
Max saw them. So, and he said he didn't have a band.
Ministry of Sound.
Yeah, because I feel like
That would've been a DJ
I feel like
set.
you could definitely have a band with that.
Oh, without a doubt. Well, he shreds himself.
Yeah, like he could play guitar.
He plays guitar live over
but
the
you
top
could
of the
get
track.
a live drummer just fucking
Yeah.
smashing it.
But his record is unbelievable. Tunes like Fall Apart, Riot. Well, in fact, actually, I'm going to pull it up because, Ollie, you'll love this. I don't know how much you know about Sully King, but to give you an idea of where he is and who he works with, he's got a song called Die By My Hand, which features Left to Suffer. There's a song called Pursuit of Violence, which features Sudden Death, who's like another very metal producer. Excision on the Fall Apart feature, and then Kai Watch on Riot. But yeah, I thought you'd enjoy the fact that Left to Suffer are on a song with him.
Cool. Don't really listen to them, but
Do you know? No. Well, there goes that. Right.
listen to Make Them Suffer.
Make them. Oh, that's probably him confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many suffering.
Too much suffering.
Suffering.
Well, seeing as I've taken one of your bands, because you only had 7, didn't you?
Yeah.
So my number 7, I've gone for the Main's self-titled album, which came out earlier on this year, and they actually re-released one of the songs off there, which is in my top 50 songs of this year, with Beach. What's their fucking name? Beach Weather?
The Beach Boys.
She loves you, yeah, that's the Beatles, isn't it? Beach Weather, yeah. Thoughts I have while lying in my bed, absolute tune. But yeah, their self-titled album came out earlier on this year, and tunes like How to Exit a Room, Blame.
They are a good band. It's one of those, we've spoke about this before, but
I don't know why they're not bigger.
yeah, I don't know why they're not bigger, and I don't know why I haven't given them as much time as I probably should have.
Yeah, especially because you love the 1975.
I feel like I forget about the Main.
Yeah.
And then I hear the Main, I'm like, oh, I like the Main.
Yeah.
And then I forget again.
Yeah. I'm annoyed that with their album in full, that when we were young, they're not doing American Candy. For me, that's their greatest album.
What are they doing?
The one with Butterflies and Deja Vu on it.
I don't know what that's called.
No, neither do I. So that is my number 7. Don't forget to play along as well. Dr. Scott's doing it in the chat. We'll run through your picks for album of the year.
See, I still can't. It's hard to number.
So
But maybe I'll try.
I'm at
1,
6
2,
now.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 7, but I'm gonna put Holding Absence higher up.
Higher up. Okay.
So at number 8, I guess
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Polaris Fatalism.
Big album.
It's a very bittersweet
Yeah.
album because it's the album that Ryan, the guitarist, wrote a lot of it, especially all the fucking amazing guitar like riffs and like solos and stuff. And sadly, he passed away before the album came out. But it's just wall to wall banger.
Yeah. What was the song we reacted to?
Nightmare, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, I hope the microphones pick that up because John just dropped a fucking.
It wasn't. It was.
Why did you do that with us?
That was what moved the chair.
I thought-
because I keep sitting right. I keep sitting on this, and it keeps pulling out my headphones.
I thought you went like that, and then I heard a fart noise. So I was like, I thought you thought it might be silent. And I was just like,
That's why I looked at you. I was like, I know what you're gonna say. I was like, don't say it.
It looked and sound like you just did a fart. Well, I'm happy you didn't.
Yeah, no shame.
But anyway, Polaris's album is great. It's just like metalcore is a hard genre to stand out from because there's so many just cookie cutter bands.
Yeah.
So many breakdown singy bands, and Polaris. I mean, it is that, but it's just done to like the highest quality. So if you want to listen to a good modern metalcore band, Polaris are that band.
Yeah, they are. And genuinely, like, the biggest tribute that you can give to Ryan is just stream this record forever. Just make sure like it lives on.
Yeah.
Keep playing these tunes.
Just those riffs are just some of the best, like metalcore riffs. Just the best.
Great band.
Yeah,
Aren't they touring it next year as well?
they are, and I can't remember any of the details. So here's the Fatalism tour, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it them and Silent Planet?
possibly.
I want to say. Because I think we were together when it got announced and I showed it to you and I was like, you'll be into that. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, does that bring me? I don't know. I haven't numbered anything.
Right. So, what? So that was your number 8.
Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Scott is a better journalist than we are. We don't know shit. But that is a sick tour. So it's Polaris, Silent Planet, Thornhill, and Pale Dusk.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking
That's a
great lineup.
ridiculous lineup.
Pale Dusk are insane.
Yeah. Thornhill were great supporting Holding Absence as
Yeah,
well.
he said. Yeah, great band. Australian. Don't know what I said.
Yeah.
And Polaris are.
Yeah. Australian
Brothers.
metalcore, man.
You got a couple
Unfuckwithable.
of Australians, American, and a Japanese on that tour.
Yeah.
So
Global.
global.
So, number 7, who have you got?
I'm gonna go. Friends of the show, Hot Mulligan.
Oh,
Why would I watch?
tasty.
If you are looking for top tier Midwestern emo with ridiculous song titles,
Yep.
then this is the album
Yep.
for you. Because, I mean, this is the thing, that their song names are some of the best and the most random names ever. But the songs themselves are all just so good, so catchy, very emo, which I love.
Yep.
And just like, I think this is their best album yet.
Yeah. These song titles, man.
Let's start a few.
Shouldn't have a leg hole, but I do.
Yep.
It's a family movie. She hates her dad.
Yep.
This song is called It's Called What It's Called. No shoes in the coffee shop, brackets or socks. Christ alive, my toe, damn it hurts. Cock Party 2, brackets better than the first. Shh, golf is on. And my personal favourite, John the Rock Cena, can you smell what the Undertaker?
I feel like that's just the best song name ever.
Yeah. That's in my top songs of the year, that one.
John the Rock Cena.
Yeah.
Can you smell what
The Undertaker. But it's got one of my favourite bars of this year, which is broke my bones to fit your mould.
Yeah.
Such a heavy lyric.
Yeah. Because it was a sort of like, wasn't a slow burner for me. I just sort of forgot about it. And then I put it on one day and I was like, fuck. And then I listened to it again and again. And yeah, that's why it's in my top 8.
Top 8. Yeah. So that was your number 7 pick. At number 6, what have you got?
I'm gonna go Silent Planet Super Bloom, which is a recent listen for me, but I've listened to it about 10 times in this last week.
Just one of those you're instantly
honestly,
addicted to.
it's just like all the best genres of metal into one album. There's bits like Meshuggah in there, bits like fucking Deftones in there, and then they got the whole industrial vibe, moody, dark shit. And do you know this album's? Do you know the story about this album? Oh,
Isn't it about them having a car crash?
yeah. So it came out on November the 3rd, which is the anniversary of their bus crash. So when they had the bus crash, they were in the middle of writing and recording this album, and then obviously that stopped things for a while because they literally almost died. And obviously that's going to fuck with you mentally. And I feel like they were just having like this, like, what do we do now? Do we still do the band? Do we all do this? And in the end, it sort of fed into the writing of the album. So a lot of the song topics are about death and just, I guess,
The fragility of life.
yeah, and just seeing things in a new light.
Yeah.
I guess once you almost die, you sort of come back. You're not the same really after it. And it shows on this album. A lot of the songs are very like moody and haunting and like have this like this vibe to it, which is very cool.
Yeah. I remember Antimatter doing that reaction. That's been one of my staple listens to this year. Really enjoyed that tune. Great band.
Antimatter, as they would say.
Time Adder.
Anti.
Oh, Antimatter.
Antimatter.
I thought you said Time Madder, as in like time's angry.
Antimatter.
Antimatter.
No, don't say T's very well, do they?
Antimatter.
Water.
Water.
It's like D's instead of T's,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Double D's. So at number 6, I've gone for Blink-182's comeback album, One More Time. I really, really like this record. And
Do you know what? I need to give it one more
time. You do, because we were talking before we went live on the show, and Ollie was saying that he just struggled to connect with it. And
Not that it just. I feel like sometimes with me, if I listen to something once, and it doesn't get me, it doesn't bring me in, then I'll sort of forget about it. I'll just push it to the side.
okay, well,
Because it was one of those. It's like I like it.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong, but it sort of didn't hit me like. Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like when I used to listen to Blink back in the day. I don't know. It felt different. Maybe because of who I was at the time. But now it was just I didn't. Yeah. But it's still a great album. Like actually, Anthem Part 3 is a banger.
bro,
I would not deny.
that album opener is possibly the greatest album opener of the year, alongside Chokehold. Like, everything about that song is what I love about Blink-182. Like the nostalgic throwback with the name, the energy from Travis on the drums, like Mark and Tom's lyrics bouncing off each other, and then the false finish at the end where you think the song's over, and the bit that Mark Hopper sings where he's like, no one gives a fuck that. Oh yeah, when you witness the end of your life, no one gives a fuck that you died. It's like, oh my god.
I really liked One More Time, the song as well.
Yeah.
And the music video for that with all the sort of sets from the old videos.
The old videos
coming in.
Yeah,
That was very nostalgic.
yeah, proper nostalgia pop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've gone for Blink's One More Time at number 6. We're into top 5 territory. Have you got number 5, bro?
1, 2, 3. Well, I've messed it up because I've only got 4 left. Number 5, I'm going to put Trophy Eyes, Suicide and Sunshine.
Ooh, I've not listened to that album.
So it's a very contrast, well, as the title would suggest, Suicide and Sunshine. It's too light and dark.
Light and dark, a yin and a yang.
Yin and the yang. So there's some songs which are like super sad, some songs which are like upbeat but still sad, and then there's some songs which are like more like hardcore vibes. It's just like because I've listened to this band since they started, and I feel like they've just got like bits from every album and just put them all into one, and it's just really good. Like he writes such like anthemic vocal lines, like big sing along bits, and they've experimented a bit on this album as well.
Sick.
Done a bit like a lot of synthy atmospherics and like some vocal effects. Runaway Come Home, which I actually I've got it. Spoiler. It's in my top songs. But listen to that song. It's just like an epic, like 5-minute sort of you go like shifts in dynamics, has like soft vocals with like a vocoder and stuff. Some of it sounds a little bit like old Kanye.
Really?
Yeah, weirdly.
Holy
and then
shit.
it goes into like this big rock.
Like Runaway?
Big rock chorus. Yeah, pretty much like Runaway. And then, yeah, it's great.
Sick. I'm about that.
So if you haven't listened to that album, give it a spin.
Give it a bash. So
Put it in a CD player and give it a spin.
just like Feeder would have wanted. So at number 5, I've gone for an album that scored this band their first ever UK number 1. And friend of the show, our first ever show, kicked off with Rao Reynolds talking all about the fact that this was Enter Shikari's first ever UK number 1 album, a kiss for the whole world.
I think we're going to have, yeah. I've got 3 left. But yeah, I'm going to put Shikari next. So
Yeah.
we can talk. Yeah. Great.
Unbelievable album, man. And what I love the most about this was it did so much for putting so much mainstream attention onto Shikari, obviously charting really well. But I feel like it's the best representation of everything this band have been through over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like you've got your heavy moments, you've got your political moments, and then you've got those moments where they just have a fucking rave with you. You know, tunes like It Hurts and Bloodshot just...
Wasn't he saying because after the pandemic, they sort of had a bit of a lull in like writing and or doing anything, and then they did this album just in the middle of nowhere. Really,
Yeah.
it was just like them in a house,
Yeah.
and you can tell they just sort of they had no other distractions. They were just like, let's just write.
What do we want to do?
Yeah, and what they came up with was bloody good.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see a bit more of this in the set list for next year when they do take to Wembley. Because
I guess it's the Kiss for the Whole World tour, isn't it? It's
yeah,
world tour.
yeah, and I actually would like another single off that record as well.
What would you pick?
That's
I can't remember. I'm so bad with names.
that's a fucking question. So they made singles out of It Hurts and
To
Blood.
be fair, they did put quite a few singles, didn't they?
And they made one out of A Kiss of the Whole World and Please Set Me on Fire. That got a single.
It's Bull on there with Cody.
It isn't.
It is-
No.
that was just a standalone. Then.
Either Jailbreak or I like Goldfish. Goldfish is a fucking tune.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember what Goldfish is. Yeah,
Jailbreak or Goldfish, I reckon. I'd love to see those.
I love them to do another one of those animated videos.
Oh, like for Slipshod.
Yeah,
That was such a great video.
yeah. What was the one? Is that the one with it has like the break at the end where it's like the dance? Maybe it's that. Yeah. What was the other one? Was it Slipshod? I don't know. They've got a couple of animated videos.
Yeah, I thought it was just Slipshod.
No, I think it's like the same animator that did both of them.
Top 4?
Top 4. Actually, do you know we said I can do an EP in there?
Yeah.
Can I? Before this will be, I think this will be top 4. This will be number 4 actually. Spirit Box, The Fear of Fear.
That's a great shout.
Every song on that EP is great. Like the opener with what's it called? One we reacted to on here, the heavy one.
Now you're asking questions. I just typed in Slipshod.
Spirit Shod.
Celador.
Celador.
What a tune. What a tune.
It's like that's probably one of the heaviest songs they've ever put out,
Yeah.
other than maybe Holy Roller.
Yeah.
And then they've got just some massive, just
Jaded.
choruses.
The Void.
Yeah, they're just honestly one of the biggest bands. I mean, and they have been nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
Next, they'll be releasing the best live album.
yeah, a separate category.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
Yeah,
Spirit Box have definitely gained a lot of new fans as well, courtesy of that Megan Thee Stallion collab.
Yeah, Hot Meg, Hot Box.
Hot Megalon.
Yeah, yeah.
So at number 4 in my top 10 albums of the year, I've gone for Beartooth The Surface.
So Beartooth is my number 2. 'Cause I've only got 2 left.
Interesting. That's your second best album of the year.
Yeah.
Huge. What a selection. Well, let's get into that now, because this album, in actual fact, one sec, kill some time, Ollie. Just like 30 seconds.
You know I hate killing time.
Yeah. It's cool. It's worth it, because I got a prop. I meant to pick this up earlier.
John's. Oh, he's got the vinyl.
Yeah. So,
Joe, I should get that.
courtesy,
I've started collecting vinyls again recently.
courtesy of our friends at Public City. They sent this at Christmas. And what?
Didn't say send me one.
They're not.
No.
Well, friends of the show.
Yeah.
In fact, do you want this as your Christmas present?
Nah, you can have it. Do you have a record player?
I don't. No.
You don't even have a record
No.
player.
Go on. There we go. That can be a Christmas present from me, Ollie. A thank
Nah.
you. A thank you.
I'll
for
just
doing
buy
the show.
one. I'll support the tooth.
Support the tooth. But
Although they need it. But
this album's fucking loaded, man. Absolutely loaded.
I just think it's just obviously it's a bit more commercial than the older stuff, but I feel like they've gone more commercial, but they haven't taken back the quality.
No.
I think the quality is just some of the best songs Caleb's ever written, I think.
And like the man knows how to write a chorus. Like his choruses are unbelievable. And I feel like this record has got some of the best choruses he's ever written.
Yeah,
like Riptide, Might Love Myself, and Sunshine.
I was like writing a bit about this the other day, and I was like, standout songs for me are, and then I just ended up listing like
The whole album.
Yeah.
What's your favourite off it?
I Was Alive, the last song.
Same.
That's probably my favorite chorus he's ever written.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
'Cause
his vocal runs on that are
'cause
out of this world.
I feel like the big like anthemic song in the set was always the In Between.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is taking over the In Between.
This is I Was Alive has got to be a staple in their sets forever.
Yeah.
I can't see him ever, like, whether it's a festival or a headline set, like I Was Alive has got to be in there.
Yeah. It's just
Loaded. Absolutely loaded. And shout out to Doubt Me as well.
Yeah, Doubt Me's a tune.
Bro, like the fucking breakdown in that.
This is the thing, like they've got all these massive choruses, really catchy bits, and then they just throw in these insane riffs and breakdowns.
Like Doubt Me is quite literally just a forearm to the face
Yeah.
of breakdowns. And the guitar tones again, like you always love guitar tones in Beartooth tunes. Like I feel like that's something Caleb is always very, very picky about making.
He's a bendy boy.
A bendy boy.
It's a
That's
Love
yeah.
a string-
There's
a
a
string
couple
bend.
of bends in Doubt Me actually, isn't there?
Yeah.
Boom, wow, wow.
Or just even like when he's just playing like the heavy riffs, he loves just bending the strings.
Yeah.
Old bendy tooth.
Bendy tooth. Right, we're into top 3 territory now. My next 2 albums.
I've only got one left, so you can do the next 2, and then
Sick.
we can do number 1.
Yeah, because we've both got the same top album. So my next 2 albums are both dance records. At number 3.
What?
You're right over there.
That's all right. Sorry. Dance? What is this? Ministry of Sound. 98? I don't know.
Are you better now? You got that
You
system.
want to pop some E's, do you?
I love that. Anytime we talk about dance music on the show, it's the first thing that comes out of Ollie's mouth.
Well, are you telling me at their Warehouse Project show, everyone there was stone cold sober?
It was exactly what you'd expect to be at a Skrillex show.
Like that.
Lots of people with very stiff jaws. Sold a lot of water that night as well.
Yeah. Everyone was very chatty.
Yeah. So, number 3, speaking of the man who performed at Warehouse Project, I've got Skrillex, A Quest for Fire. Skrillex's first album in a very long time. Very, very long time. And what I love the most about this release is how he actually promoted it. So, it started with...
Not the music.
Oh, no, like... I hate you so much.
Music shit, but I love the
You take
promotion.
everything I say so literally.
Well, I'm meant to take it metaphorically. It's everything.
Yeah, I'm a presenter. Like I will
Your
prefix.
name's
something.
not even John.
Yeah, it's not. It's Jonathan.
I don't know what to believe in.
Yeah. God damn it. Okay,
Go on.
My second favorite thing about this album, outside of the music, is how he released and promoted it. So, started out just dropping a couple of songs here and there. Then he did a live stream DJ set where he basically mixed the whole record start to finish. Then he shows up in New York in Times Square on a bus with a set of decks with Fred again on one side and Fortet on the other. And they did a DJ set in Times Square outside Madison Square Garden. Just
Sort of playing that album.
a couple of tunes off that, but they basically just did a back-to-back. And then they turned Madison Square Garden into a boiler room set and then pretty much debuted the Pangborn House Mafia setup, which is those 3, as a massive back-to-back act. And the album had already come out by that point. So there's like this album day release on the Friday. Then on Saturday's headline in Madison Square Garden. And whilst he's on stage at Madison Square Garden, he goes, I actually recorded 2 albums and I've just released the second one on Spotify. But the first album, A Quest for Fire, samples songs from that second album that was unreleased at the time. So he basically made an album out of songs featuring
Himself.
himself from songs from Don't Get Too Close. and then dropped that second album the next day. But A Quest for Fire is fucking loaded. Opening song, Leave Me Like This with Bobby Raps, is one of the best EDM tunes I've ever heard. Tears has got like this unique drop where it's like a scraping kind of noise on the drop that just sounds ridiculously heavy. You got Rumble, which went pretty viral with Flowdown and Fred again. And then my personal favorite song title on this album is Warped Tour 05 with Pete Wentz. That's an actual song title on this record. But one of my favorite tunes recently off this album is Still Here with the Ones That I Came with Porter Robinson and BB Borley. So,
Who?
BB Borley.
BB Ball.
BB Borley.
BB Ball.
And then my number 2 album of the year is Illenium's self-titled record, which came out in April of this year, and there's such an emo influence on this record.
It's got some big features, isn't it?
Huge names. So Skylar Grey on a song called From the Ashes, and Skylar Grey was on Papa Roach's Periscope.
Did you do a song with like Eminem or something?
Yeah. Jaden was on a song called Lifeline.
Jaden Smith.
Close. Travis Barker's Jaden.
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut featuring Avril Lavigne and Travis Barker. That's a great song. That's actually in my top songs of the year. Shivering featuring Spirit Box. Insanity featuring American Teeth. And
Motionless in White one.
Motionless in White on Nothing Ever After. And Nina Nesbitt on the last song, Love Me a Little.
She?
Yeah.
Oh, Nina.
Yeah, great tune.
Nice.
And yeah, that album's just fucking phenomenal. And there's a remix album kicking around, which is just the self-titled remixes. And there's a couple on there. They're in my top songs of the year.
Crossover, isn't it? Between EDM. Would you say EDM?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, absolutely.
electronic dance music and alternative rock, metal, pop punk.
Yep.
I guess I like those sort of things because it will probably bring in a lot of fans to those artists.
Yeah, 100%.
And then maybe vice versa as well.
Yeah, I can see a lot of rock kids in America going to dance festivals. I can see a load of dance festival goers getting into rock shit because of records like this. And I just wish the UK would start following suit.
Yeah.
We're so far behind.
You can drop E's at download. It's fine. Don't worry. Like, if that's what you're worried about.
Ollie's obsession.
Come on. Bring your neon and your glow sticks.
Get your disco biscuits.
Bring them to download. Everyone's welcome. Stop raving at the... raving to...
Skrillex at
Black
where?
Dahlia Murder.
Yeah, get your two-step on. So that's my number 2 album of the year. And we are unanimous in our best album of 2023. It's Sleep Token, Take Me Back to Eden. Nailed it. It's like we planned that.
You're doing it way too slow. I was like, speed up.
I was going for the dramatic reveal.
I think it's probably no surprise
No, none whatsoever.
because I can't stop sucking off Sleep Token on this show. Oh, love me, Vessel.
Baddie core at its finest.
Yeah, shout out Craig.
Yeah.
Coined a new phrase, which seems to be
Selling some fucking merch as well.
yeah, good on him.
Yeah.
Seems to be catching on. Baddiecore gods Sleep Token.
Yeah. And as I said before we went to break, I'm like mind blown that so many UK publications didn't have this as their album of the year.
Yeah.
Like genuinely mind blown.
What are you doing, Kerrang? Metal Hammer?
Rock Sound.
Rock Sound?
Why? Like what? Like
Why?
genuinely,
Just why?
genuinely, what album?
It's the best album.
What album tops it?
Do you know what I appreciate about it is obviously the songs are great, but in this day and age where everyone has such short attention spans and everything's just clipped for like
3.5 minutes, verse,
Yeah,
chorus.
or just like everyone.
Get to your chorus in the
It's like
first
the
minute and a
TikTok
half.
thing of like you need to catch your attention within like 3 seconds, otherwise you flick through it. Sleep Token were like, fuck that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 8-minute songs, 8-minute songs.
Yep.
Even like the summoning's like 5 minutes.
Yep.
Which is the one that went
The most
blew
viral.
up. Yeah. So it takes some balls to do that, but it's paid off. I think it's one of those things where obviously they get one big song and it blows them up, but then they have the back catalogue to keep people coming back.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's like if you discover a band for the first time, you're going to be like, oh, what have they done previously? And sometimes the artists can blow up and then disappear because they haven't got the
catalogue
to keep people interested. Whereas Sleep Token have one of the strongest back catalogues.
Yep.
So that's why their streaming numbers are so high, is because people come in and then they stay there.
Yeah. And if you want to go back through Sleep Token's catalogue, like real quick, and just highlight how far this...
Also, I was on it the other day, and just the sheer numbers on Take Me Back to Eden
Yeah.
of each song. Each song's like over 10 million
Sick.
at least.
As it should be. Yeah.
I think the Summings was on like 83 million or something like that.
Fucking hell.
Crazy.
That's unbelievable. For a UK band as well, like, let's not forget that these boys are from the...
Well, they're sort of entities from
from the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And...
They're from... no one knows where they're from.
Yeah.
They're
from a vessel.
deities.
Deities that summon for rituals. Yeah. But Sundowning, you got tunes like The Night Doesn't Belong to God, The Offering,
Bloodsport,
Dark Signs, Higher, Gods, Take Aim, Sugar, and yeah, the aforementioned Bloodsport. This Place Will Become Your Tomb, Atlantic, Hypnosis, Mine, Like That, Love You Want, Fall For Me, and Alkaline. That's how the album opens. They are all back to back on that record.
And that for me is their weakest album.
Yeah.
And then the Take Me Back to Eden is just
a masterpiece. It's an absolute masterpiece. Opening the record with Chokehold, like such a strong start.
I've done it a few times. If I've got like a long drive, I'll just put that on.
Yeah, hour and 3 minutes.
But like that hour and 3 minutes just flies by.
Absolutely flies by. Chokehold Into the Summoning is one of the greatest 1-2 album openers of all time. Granite in at track number 3. That's a great tune. Aqua Regia. Vor. Ascensionism. Ascensionism is one of my favourite songs I've ever written, if not my favourite.
Yeah. I just remember because you reacted to it for the first time on the show because I'd already heard it.
Yeah.
But I remember
that when he hard
when he goes into the sort of
when I spit blood when I wake up. 8
the
days in the mainframe went down. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. What a fucking tune. The Apparition, very underrated song on that record as well.
No, they didn't play that. They played Rain, didn't they? When we
yeah, Rain, great single. And I know you've got a boner for Euclid, but I go 6 to midnight for Take Me Back to Eden.
Do you know what? I like them both. I feel like we'll get into songs, but they're both in there.
Yeah, same. Like Take Me Back to Eden, that diamonds in the trees, pentagrams in the night sky. Oh,
I just love the ebbs and the flows, the hills and the valleys.
Yeah,
the shifting dynamics.
Yep,
just great. I like just not a lot of bands do that anymore. It's like you need to make a song in 3 minutes. It's like there's the verse, there's the chorus, there's the bridge.
Yep. And Sleep Token like, nah, fuck yous.
Nah, we'll just do a song which has a 3 minute verse.
Yeah.
And then a heavy bit.
Yeah.
And then an end.
Yeah. Well, it's like even, what do you call it? The Summoning. That chorus isn't really all that chorusy. Like,
nah.
It's just, it's such a small snippet of the song. Yeah, it repeats, and it's the only part of the song lyrically that does repeat on itself. But if anything, the hook of that song is where he just fucks you right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Sweet. Well, we are unanimously in agreement, my friends.
Take Me back to Eden.
Yeah.
This vessel. Take me with you. And yeah. Should we just well, next up is best songs.
Well, before we do that, we got a couple of chats to read out.
Ooh, chats, eh?
Yo, they're busy. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Giving us your albums of the year. So, Dr. Scott says this is already better than the Kerrang! Top 50. Appreciate it, bro. So, Dr. Scott has gone for number 10, Blink-182, One More Time. Number 9, Nothing, Nowhere, Internal Void.
Void Eternal. Do you know what? I haven't listened to it, so.
Do you know who's at Louder Than Live?
Who?
Nothing, Nowhere. Yeah, Nothing, Nowhere.
Nothing.
Nothing, Nowhere.
Yeah, no, I was trying
Yeah,
to
you're
think.
trying to...
Yeah.
Fucking with my head.
I did see him on the lineup, but I didn't see him.
I totally forgot he was playing. As I did Swayco. I'm so fucking annoyed at myself. I missed Swayco. Then number 8, Shikari, Kiss for the Whole World. Number 7, Bury Tomorrow, Seventh Son.
That is a great album, to be fair.
6, Beartooth, The Surface. 5, Polaris, Fatalism. Agree, Ollie, banger after banger.
My man.
Then 4, Silent Planet, Super Bloom.
My man.
3, Currents, The Death We Seek.
I don't think I've listened to that.
No, I've seen a lot of people talk about Currents recently, though.
It's just so much music, so little time.
Yeah. Number 2, Spanish Love Songs, No
Do you know what?
Joy.
That was a consideration for me, but I haven't listened to it as much as their last album. I love the last album they did. I don't think I like this one as much as that.
Fair.
But yeah.
Ollie was so selective about his albums of the year. He was like, if I don't have enough for a top 10, I won't say anything about it.
But it's just like, for me, an album of the year has to be one you've invested some time in.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can't justify putting an album in if I haven't listened to it enough.
That's fair. And Dr. Scott's album of the year.
Do you know what? Invent Animate are great, but again, I haven't put the time in.
Yeah.
I forget.
I think we've got some homework we need to do after the
Yeah.
show, given that list. So, Lamb says, Better Lovers, God Made Me an Animal.
That is a good.
How
that's
come
that's an EP, so it falls in the EP.
You put the Spirit Box one in there.
Yeah. But Spirit Box is like 5 or 6 songs. So it's almost like an album.
Okay.
Whereas that one's 4 songs.
Yeah.
I feel like 6 songs is basically like a mini album, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know. Whatever.
What does that say? Koyo.
Koyo, great.
Would you miss it?
But again, I haven't listened to the album.
Yeah.
Heard the singles.
Bury Tomorrow, Seventh Son, and Graphic Nature.
Graphic, that's a shout actually.
Mind Waiting to Die.
They're a great band.
Yeah.
Great heavy UK band.
Yeah. Let's go. Right then. Top songs.
Do you want to just list yours off?
Because yeah, I've sliced together.
Well, I thought I didn't want to put together a massive list. So I was like, I'll just pick songs, one song from each artist.
I'm gonna go top 30. I've just cut out 20 songs.
Well, I've picked like a song for each artist because there's probably more songs from each of these that I like.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna go one for each.
Okay.
Just keep it short. And
Keep
simple.
it short and sweet. Right, top 30. So, Bring Me Dark Side in at number 30.
Okay.
Great tune. Have you heard Hicks Tape, which is a song called Pick Up Man featuring Post Malone?
No, I haven't.
Bro, Post Malone going country, it fucks.
Oh, do you know what? I think I have actually.
Yeah.
I heard it the other day.
Yeah, great tune. 28, The Ghost Inside, Death Grip.
Yeah.
Great tune. There's going to be a lot of that.
You're just going to ask me for reactions there.
Yeah. It's yeah.
That's the song?
Yeah. Elenium and Excision remix Zombie by the Cranberries, which is well worth listening to.
Zombie.
Yeah, that one. And it's got Valerie something on the vocal, and she does an amazing job of singing that. 26, Dylan Francis, I'm My Only Friend, featuring Arden Jones, which features Robert Mills' children. You know, do, 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 do.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, that's a banger. Skrillex, still here with the ones that I came with that I mentioned earlier. Fall Out Boy dropped a new album this year that neither of us put in our albums of the year. So
Well,
much
that would be
Stardust.
more you than me, I think.
Yeah, I didn't connect with it as much as I had done previous Fall Out Boy records. However, Love from the Other Side, I did love that tune.
Was that the first single?
Yeah.
That you did?
Yeah, about being on the guest list for the after party. So I put that at 24. 23, Don Broco, Nerve, live at the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brand new song there. Come out in 2014 or something.
22, is this one in your top 20? Vukovi, Creepy?
Nah.
No. Okay, cool. Friends
Love
of the
'em.
show. Yeah. I love you, Janine and Hamish. Ollie doesn't think that you're worth putting on a list.
Well, I'm not in Nazi Germany. Not into lists.
Oh my God. At number...
Right, Schindler.
I've never seen
lists.
I've never seen the film.
But you are aware of the subject matter.
No.
It's not just about lists. I'll tell. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Number 21. Shikari, Bloodshot.
That is a good song.
Yep. Number 20. I don't know if you ever heard this tune. Slander teamed up with Black Bear and Bring Me the Horizon for Wish I Could Forget.
I think I have heard it.
Yeah. That's a fucking great song. Number 19. Hot Mulligan, John the Rock Cena. Can you smell what the Undertaker?
Yeah, that's in mine as well.
Yeah. How did you rank that? Is that like close to top a list or bottom a list?
I didn't put it because you mentioned it before, but I was like, yep.
Okay, fair. Number 18, Swayco, Yours featuring B Miller. If you're a fan of indie sounding pop punk, this song is so well produced. It's fucking beautiful from start to finish. And
Gengar remix.
oh, that's,
no,
the,
wait.
that's the next one up.
That's
Yeah, so number 17, Sully King and Excision, Fall Apart's a tune off Sully's album, but as I mentioned, there's a remix album, and Gengar has done a remix of that. And Gengar's great. He actually started off.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah, he started off as Ghastly, and then at a show, he evolved
Oh
into
my
Gengar.
God. Final form.
Hunter. That's it.
Is it?
That Hunter would be the final form.
Is
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the Gengar remix of Fall Apart's well worth your time. And another remix from one of my albums of the year, Elenium, Eyes Wide Shut featuring Avril Lavigne, the Vanik remix. So Eyes Wide Shut, it's basically a pop punk tune. It's a combination of like...
I mean, it's got Avril on.
And Travi B on the
Travi
drums.
B. It's going to be...
Very pop
Pop
punk
punk.
heavy. But this one takes it drum and bass. And the last drop on it, did you ever hear the remix of Mother Tongue by Bring Me the Horizon that Subfocus did?
I don't think so.
Okay, the second drop on this tune is a lot like the drop on that one. Falling in Reverse at number 15 with Watch the World Burn, Ollie's favourite band.
Joe, I actually like that song,
Do you?
but not a fan of Radke,
Ronald. Yeah.
but it is a banger.
It's a fucking tune, right? Number 14, Elenium featuring Spirit Box and Shivering.
Nice.
Have you heard that tune?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Oh no, I think I played it to you on the show,
Well,
didn't I?
that came out before the album did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember listening to it.
Number 13, Beartooth, I Was Alive.
That's in my list as well.
Good. Number 12, Electric Callboy's cover of Every Time We Touch.
See, it's a good song. It's a fun song.
Why do I feel like there's a butt coming?
Like, if that gets played on a night out, I'm dancing.
Yeah,
I don't dance very often,
you don't.
but I wouldn't just sit at home and listen to it. I feel like it needs to be in a certain environment. So would you just sit at home and listen to that?
If it came on at a gym,
Oh yeah, you're a gym boy.
yeah, you're a gym boy.
You're a gym man.
Yeah, but yeah, when
my gym, my workout playlist is just fucking disgustingly heavy stuff.
that's when you listen to Lorna Shore. Number 11, I've gone for The Main featuring Beach Weather, Thoughts I Have While Lying on My Bed. Beautiful song. You need to listen to that. You'd really like that, especially if you like The Main. Number 10,
Amen.
Amen by Bring Me the Horizon featuring Little Uzi Vert and Daryl Palumbo from Glassjaw. Number 9, I've gone for the opening song on Skrillex's record, Leave Me Like This, which has just got one of my favourite vocals of the year. And like the way he plays it live as well in DJ sets, he sprinkles it in just the right ways. Number 8, let's fuck Sleep Tokening, The Summoning.
Sleep Token. Well, you Sleep Token.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably one of the biggest songs of the year.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
How many streams?
83 million last time I checked.
That is ridiculous. Number 7, another appearance of Skrillex in the top 10. Rumble featuring Fred again and Flowdown. Just one of the most iconic songs of this year. Again. Frederick. Number 6, Elenium's Drown, which is off his self-titled album, which samples Drown by Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh, yeah.
Blink-182 at number 5 with the anthem Part 3. At number 4, a band that I discovered at Louder Than Life Festival called Death Valley Dreams. And the song is called Leave Me Alone. It features your boy from Crowbot. I can't remember the guy's name.
Why is he my boy? I know Crowbar. My boy.
Yeah, he's on the feature. I played that song.
Yeah,
today.
it's very 80s vibes.
Yeah.
Brian Adams in there.
Yeah, I love his voice, man. I love Nick's voice. What a band. Like, definitely check out Death Valley Dreams if you love like 80s synth wavy. Like, I described it when I spoke to him as like, it's the kind of music that you get into a drop top car and just go down a fucking desert road in the middle of the night with like lights flickering past you with just that blasting.
Have you done that? Have you?
No, I haven't got a driver's license.
Live in Walsall, mate.
Yeah.
Desert roads, don't it?
Right, I'm going to stop there because I'm down to my top 3. So let's get you to top 3 and then we'll go from there.
Again, in no order. I don't like lists.
Do you know?
I feel like it's hard because it depends. I mean, it depends what mood I'm in with what I want to listen to.
Fair.
So like, I can't. Sometimes I want to listen to a heavy song.
Surely
Listen
you've
to a
got
sad song.
some idea of what would be in your top 3.
Oh,
though.
Sleep Token are all in my top 5. I mean, on the Spotify Wrapped, my top 5 songs or 4 songs were Sleep Token, so they're pretty much the one. Let me just list off some that you haven't mentioned. And Shikari, Kiss for the Whole World.
Jane.
The song. Polaris, Nightmare. Trophy Eyes, Run Away, Come Home, which I mentioned before. Hot Mole, we did that. Kubla Khan, Theory of Mind, which is a banger. Heavy banger. Speaking of heavy bangers, Knocked Loose. Lost in the World / Everything is Quiet Now, because it was a double single, so
Do you not get Deep in the Willow?
counts. Deep in the Willow, sorry.
Yeah.
And Everything's Quiet Now.
Not loose, motherfucker.
So, yeah. You get a 2 for 1 on that one.
Little twofer.
Silent Planet, Antimatter.
Yep.
And Antimatter.
And I Matter.
New band that I discovered this year. They've been knocking around for a few years, but Tropic Gold.
Ah.
Adrenaline. Listen to that song. It's a banger.
I'll have to give that a bash.
It's got big Bring Me vibes.
Big Bring Me sound.
Who else? Holding Absence, Honeymoon.
I didn't have any
Darling,
Holy
all I
Absence song.
see is you.
Oh, that's a tune.
Yeah. I love that bit.
That's such a tune.
Did you say you've done Beartooth, I Was Alive?
Yep.
That's in my list. And then I feel like the next ones we cross over on.
Okay, so at number 3, I've gone for At number 3, I've gone for Sleep Token, Take Me Back to Eden.
Yeah, mine's in there. I've basically got five Sleep Token songs. I've got
Interesting that Do You Wish You Would Love Me?
Yeah, that's been a grower and a shower. I feel like I just base it on like which ones I've listened to the most.
Fair.
I think that's in there.
There's a proper pop tune, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it because the way you sort of interpret it can be different. So I feel like the way he's singing it sounds. Do you wish that you love me? Sounds like he's saying it to someone else, but I feel like he's saying it to himself.
Ah,
It's like
it's like
you can imagine him in the mirror.
That's sick. I love that perspective.
So when you sort of think about that, it hits different.
Oh, bro.
Makes it even more sad.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So listen to that song with that in mind.
Damn, that's
Fucking-
exactly what I'm going to do after we finish doing this. Holy shit. Because
Because it's like Smile Back at Me.
Yeah.
Do you wish that you loved me?
Smile back at me if you're talking yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. This is why I love doing the show with Ollie, because he's just got such a different perspective on things.
And it's got Take Me Back to Eden.
Yeah.
Ascensionism, which is also in yours.
Yeah, I got Ascensionism at number 2. I just think that song is like, it's like a Bohemian Rhapsody.
You know what it is? It's a sonic journey.
Sonic Journey. Like, I just love, I love the bar, like, that he opens it with, now I know what you want
Just like,
from me.
Because it starts off, you think it's just going to be like a whole ballad sort of vibe. And then it switches to the flow.
Yeah.
And then goes heavy. Then goes back to the ballad. Then goes into that massive ending.
You make me wish I could disappear. Oh, yeah, the bars in that as well. Like, I wish they'd have done a music video for it. I really do.
They haven't done any music videos for this album.
Are they not? I thought they did one for the Summoning.
No. All it was the visualizers of the characters.
Really?
Yeah. There's been no actual like music video.
Motherfuckers. That just goes to show, like, you just need tunes that fuck.
Yeah.
God damn.
I wish, it is weird now you think about it. Because there was a bunch off the last album.
Yeah.
I don't think, they didn't really have any for Sundowning.
No.
The only thing, they did like the live.
What's it? Shall I have a look on YouTube? Because this is starting to make me doubt myself now. I
Blood
could have
Sport.
sworn they did one for the Summoning.
Nah, 100% didn't. It's just like the visualizer of the character and the lasers coming out.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, they got one for Alkaline, which is him sat in the room.
Yeah.
That's mad. Have they got one for Chokehold? No, Chokehold's a visualizer.
No, Take Me Back to Eden music videos.
That is mad. They did one for the Love You Want.
Yeah, the last album was the only album they've had proper music videos for.
That's insane.
Because Sundowning didn't have any music videos. They had him doing the sort of acousticy, stripped down Bloodsport.
That's mad.
Yeah, because they had music videos in like the EPs and stuff. Yeah, it's weird. I never even thought about that. Like,
Damn.
yeah.
So what's your best song of 2023 then, Ollie?
The last song on Take Me Back to Eden, which is Euclid.
Interesting.
It does something to me that you can't explain. It transcends. It's weird. Do you know when sometimes there's a bit of music that you hear and it just like, it makes you feel something.
Yeah.
You can't explain it.
Yeah.
It just has this feeling in my chest.
Especially with the way it ends.
Yeah. And it's just, I've listened to that song more than any other song this year.
Damn, bro.
And I love it.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, the way that song ends is it ends with the chords that begin "The Night Doesn't Belong to God."
Yeah.
On Sundowning.
And
So you
lyrics as well.
You come full circle.
And well, like before that bit comes in, the lyrics are "The night belongs to you."
Yeah.
So whatever that means.
Yeah.
Interpret it in your own way.
Vessel.
But there's a lot of like little Easter eggs and little like throwbacks in the lyrics and that song
Yeah.
as well to other songs. And then also, so I've got this in my list and it is your number one.
It is indeed.
It is
Bring Me the Horizon and Lost. Genuinely. The chorus on this is one of, if not a contender for the best chorus Bring Me I've ever written.
Yeah.
It's
probably like Mike M
yeah.
vibes. But yeah, it's just great.
Drown is my favorite chorus they've ever written.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Agreed.
And I think in a couple of years' time, I'll be having a conversation where I'm struggling to separate the two because of how fucking huge this chorus is. And I remember when it first dropped and I was DJing at Face Down in London, and my metering stick for a good new tune is if it's been out for like 7 days or whatever. If I can play it at half one in the morning and people pop to it, then it's a fucking anthem. And I dropped it for the first time in the main room at Face Down, and as soon as that chorus hit, the volume that people were singing those lyrics back at, I was
Yeah.
like, this is going to be a hit for a very long time.
they're just one of those bands that, like, when they release a song, I feel like the scene stops.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, we've got to listen to the new
Yeah.
Britney.
And then a load of bands are like, fuck, what are Bring Me the Horizon doing next?
Oh, there's going to be so many, like, hyper pop,
Yeah.
metal-y bands now coming out.
Yeah. So yeah, my greatest song of 2023, Lost by Bring Me the Horizon. And Posthuman Next Gen has been pushed back to summer next year.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll tie into some of the festival appearances.
True. Very
So-
true. So yeah, that's it.
That was a long show.
That's a long show.
2 hours 20.
2 hours 20. We did start a little bit like that. I think we started like 5 past.
Still, longest show we've ever done. Stop fucking farting.
That was my back that time.
Well,
I'm squeaking all over the place.
it's been a good year.
It has. Yeah, we started doing this shit. Thank you for
Yeah.
not telling me to get fucked when I came to you and said, do you want to be in front of camera instead of behind it?
Can you believe 23 episodes?
Yeah. With a massive hiatus in there as well. We took like a 3-month
Well,
hiatus.
that's still a lot. Like, if you did one a week, that'd
That's
be
still 52.
52.
52
But we
shows.
didn't start till May.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking impressive. Actually, before we get out of here, a load of you have sent your top songs of this year in. So, Dr. Scott says, oh, wait, is that albums? No, that's songs. isn't it?
Yeah, Sleep
Songs.
Token, Take Me Back.
Number 3, Take Me Back to Eden, Sleep Token. 2, Nothing Nowhere, featuring Will Ramos, Tragedy. What a shout. I'd forgotten about that. Have you heard that?
No.
That's a fucking banger, man. And number 1, Currents, So Alone. Paxo, 666. My boy, what's happening? Song of the Year, Lainey Wilson, Wildflowers and Wild Horses. Love my rock, but this song hit me hard.
Let's check that out.
Sounds country.
Yeah.
Sounds very country.
What is it? Wildflowers and Wild Horses.
Yeah.
Sounds like my sort of vibe.
Yeah, I have to give that a bash. Well, yeah, we're getting a little bit sentimental there because it's our last show of the year. It's been a hell of a fucking year.
Yeah.
Done some pretty cool shit on the show as well in that time.
Yeah. We've had a good guest.
Yeah, shout out to every guest that's joined us over this last year. Shout out to anyone who's watched any of the live streams, to anyone who's listened to the podcast, and to anyone who's supported anything that we do. We really fucking appreciate it.
Yeah. And there's only one thing left to say.
My name's Jon Mahon. Peace and love. Stay alive.
And my name's Ollie Rout. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye.
I'm waiting for it.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, there he is.